students, now goes to discuss about the respiration. Respiration means oxidation of the food particles, digested food particles, which are glucose, amino acids, and fatty acids. This is called respiration. Okay, and breathing is the process of exchange of the oxygen with the carbon dioxide. Other than the energy producing sites in the body, that is called breathing. It is carbon dioxide in this produced by the cells after the oxidation of the food particles. Next, another one, internal respiration. Internal respiration means breakdown of the food, chemical breakdown of the food particles in the cells. Okay, it is also termed with oxidation of the digested food particles. Okay, students, this is the process to release the energy or produces the ATP molecules. Okay, students, and this is internal respiration, oxidation of the food, digested food particles to produce energy. Another, anaerobic respiration divides into two types. Anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration means nutrients, food particles oxidized without using of the oxygen molecules. Okay, incomplete, it is also called incomplete breakdown of the food particles, which produces low amount of the energy in the form of ATP. It is anaerobic respiration occurs in the cytoplasm of the cell, and it is also called fermentation. Now, yeast, bacteria, mussels goes to anaerobic respiration. Okay, students. And for example, one glucose molecule goes to the anaerobic respiration, and it gives only 2 ATP molecules. In this 2 ATP molecules are produces. The students, aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration in these cells use oxygen for the oxidation of the food particles, and it is occurs in mitochondria of the cells. In this for example, one glucose molecule goes to the aerobic respiration, it gives 36 molecules of the ATP. Okay, students, now it is the incomplete breakdown of the food particles, it is the complete breakdown of the food particles. In anaerobic respiration, some substances is also produces. These are lactic acid and the ethanol. Another, respiratory organs in animals. Different types of the respiratory organs present in various animals based on the needs and habitat of the animals, body arrangement of the animals. These protozoans like amoeba, paramecium, euglena, like that, and lower vertebrates are organisms, animals belongs from the phylum Porifera, Cnidaria, and Platyhelminthes, like that. These if you observe hydra and sponges and flatworms, in these animals exchange of the oxygen and carbon dioxide is possible through body surface. Okay, students. Next, gills are the respiratory organs in crustaceans and fishes, bony fishes, cartilage fishes. Crustaceans. Prawn is the one of the crustacean. And book gills are the respiratory organs in lemurers and the king crab. Another name, king crab. Lemurus is the scientific name, normal name, king crab. Okay, students, and this is also called living fossil. And skin is the respiratory organ in annelids. For example, earthworm, Ferretima is the scientific name of earthworm. And amphibians. In the amphibians, example frog. And the trachea are the respiratory organ in insects like a cockroach and millipedes belongs from the phylum Arthropoda. Okay, for example, Spirostriptus, Julius, Scutigera. These are the examples for centipedes, millipedes. And lungs are the respiratory organs in tetrapods. Which are tetrapods? Tetrapods are the amphibians, reptiles, birds, mammals. These are tetrapods which are having 4 limbs. And another booklungs are the respiratory organs in arachnids. Spiders, scorpions are the arachnids. Okay, animals goes to the respiration by skin is called cutaneous respiration. Animal goes to the respiration by lung is called pulmonary respiration. Okay students, now respiratory system, parts of the respiratory system. Respiratory system is open to the outside by the help of the external nostrils. External nostrils are 1 pair in number. These are opens to the outside. These are present above the upper lip and leads into the cavity, which are called nasal chambers. Next one is the nasal chambers. Nasal chambers having a cavity inside, that is called vestibule. Vestibule is covered with mucosa epithelium and the air. It prevents the entry of the dust particles into the respiratory tract. Okay students, and this is the nasal chamber that shows the 2 regions. One is the respiratory part. Okay students, respiratory part helps in conditioning the temperature of the inhaled air. Another one, olfactory part. What is about the olfactory part? Olfactory part that is covered with the olfactory epithelium. Olfactory epithelium helps to detect the sense of the smell. Okay students, and under now goes to the next part, nasal chambers open into the nasopharynx. It is the one part of the pharynx. Okay students, nasal chambers open into the pharynx and nasal chambers, nasopharynx open into the trachea. Trachea is the windpipe. Nasopharynx open into the trachea through the larynx, glottis of the larynx. Okay, in this larynx is the middle part between the nasopharynx and the trachea. And the next part, that is the larynx. Next part is larynx. Larynx is the sound producing organ, sound producing part, not a organ, sound producing part in the human beings. It is also called voice box. Okay students, this is the larynx is made with 9 cartilages. In these 9, some are paired and another some are unpaired. Which are unpaired? Thyroid cartilage, cricoid cartilage, epiglottis. These are unpaired cartilages in the larynx. And paired cartilage means each one present in 2 number. Okay, paired cartilages are corniculate, arytenoid. Corniculate also called Santorini cartilages, and arytenoid and cuneiform. These are paired cartilages. And epiglottis, what is the role of the epiglottis? It is the epiglottis. It is the leaf-shaped elastic cartilage leaf shape elastic cartilage. Okay students, leaf shaped elastic cartilage that prevents the entry of the food particles into the larynx or the trachea at the time of the swallowing or deglutition. Okay students, this is the main function of the epiglottis. It prevents the entry of the food particles into the trachea or the larynx at the time of the swallowing. It is the leaf like elastic cartilage. It covers the glottis. Okay student, glottis of larynx. It is about the epiglottis and vocal cords. Vocal cords are the yellow elastic fibers. Vocal cords are yellow elastic fibers which connects the thyroid cartilage and arytenoid cartilage. Thyroid cartilage, arytenoid cartilage connected with the yellow elastic fibers. These are called vocal cords. And under rema glottis is the opening. It is the opening between the true vocal cords and arytenoid cartilage. Okay students, this is about the rema glottis. And Adam's apple. What is the meaning of the Adam's apple? Importance of the Adam's apple. Adam's apple means this is the middle ventral portion, mid ventral portion of the thyroid cartilage in the part of the larynx. That is called Adam's apple. These are the important in the larynx. Larynx is the sound producing organ in the human beings. It is with 9 cartilages. And also, what is the role of the epiglottis and vocal cords and rema glottis and the Adam's apple? Okay, students, these are parts of the respiratory system in the human beings up to the larynx, and the different types of the respiratory organs in the animals. And it is about the introduction on the respiration.